Hi, and welcome to the Banker's View from Sibos series. We're looking at all the hot topics here in Geneva. I'm Joy McKnight, Technology Editor and Transaction Banking Editor at The Banker, and I'm here with Mark Evans, Managing Director of Transaction Banking at ANZ. Thanks so much for joining us, Mark.
Pleasure, Joy. Thanks for having me.
What do you think are the big challenges in transaction banking in the Asia-Pacific region?
I think there's a few challenges, but liquidity is obviously a major concern with regulatory changes taking place. Financing trade, matching the expectations of what the market needs, what our customers are asking for, in an environment where capital is constrained and becoming more difficult to manage given regulatory change, and also continuing to play our role increasingly in detecting financial crime. So right across our region, the Asia Pacific, comprises multi-jurisdictions, different legal environments, different business practices, different systems and different needs. And matching all of those up, we often make it sound a lot easier by just referring to Asia Pacific, but it actually comprises multiple geographies.
And so what is the bank's strategy really to cope with that complexity?
Well, certainly within ANZ, we have a strategy that basically, amongst other things, sets us up to be the best trade bank in the region and the best bank for capital flows in the region. So we have transaction banking front and centre as a pillar for building and supporting our customers, and our presence in Asia actually helps that significantly. We're on the ground in 34 geographies, and we're following the flows of our customers. And the fact that we can bring local knowledge, local execution skills, local advisory and local liquidity to our customers as they expand across the region is a real benefit for us, and we believe is a differentiator relative to our competitors.
Okay, and you recently took on the role of Managing Director of Transaction Banking. What is your sort of 6 months plan, or what do you plan to do over the next 6 months?
Yeah, well, I love this business, right? The transaction banking business is really a great business. It's at the core of what our customers are wanting to do. That's what I love about this product suite. And irrespective of whether they're small customers, first-time exporters or importers, or large multinationals, we play such an important role in helping the customers meet their aspirations. Now, you mentioned that I've just recently taken on this role. I was previously the head of trade for ANZ, and then I most recently have spent 3.5 years as the bank's chief compliance officer. So one of the things that I've learnt through that period of time is the importance of making sure that however we meet our customers' needs, we do it in a compliant manner. So I've got a real focus around making sure that we help our customers understand why we've got controls in place around money laundering or meeting our obligations, that they can trust us as people that provide insights and help prevent them from getting into trouble inadvertently. Help our regulators understand that we take this really seriously, that we do understand the preferential position that banks have in the financial system and the important role we have to play. So that's one key area that we'll continue to invest in. The expectations of the community, the expectations of the regulators are continuing to increase, and we need to match that. Focusing on simplifying our offering, I think across transaction banking, we as bankers like coming up with jargon. Actually, let's just make it simple for the customers. The customers want to make payments, they want to give their cash and liquidity to somebody that they can trust, they want to get access to working capital that meets their cross-border needs, or they want to mitigate their risk, for guarantees or confirmations. What we've got to do is talk to the customers in their language, not the bank's language, and make it as easy as possible for them to transact with us and to meet their aspirations. And the other area I think that I do want to spend more time on is the next generation, investing in our talent. I've got a concern within the industry that there's too much of grey hair, and so I'm part of that. But the way in which the next generation of people think, we've got to make sure that people recognise that banking is a great industry, that we despite the current headlines, actually it's a reputable industry. It plays such an important role in society. So I need to make sure that we've got younger people coming through wanting that, having that burning desire to fulfil all roles of that a bank plays. So I want to spend a lot of time working out how I make sure that we've got an attractive place to attract talent, because I don't want bankers, and I certainly don't want transactional bankers that settle for mediocrity.
Okay, and there's also a whole bunch of new technologies coming to play. What do you think are going to be sort of the most important in transaction banking?
I think, well, everybody will talk about blockchain and a variety of different solutions. I don't think there's one particular technology that's going to do it. I think we sometimes get the argument around the wrong way around. We find some technology and then we go and try and find a problem to solve. I think that in some instances, like we've just announced the pilot that we've done, or the proof of concept with Wells Fargo, around the use of blockchain to help generate efficiencies out of the reconciliation process, I think that's fantastic. I think the SWIFT initiative around payments, I think, is another really good initiative about understanding what it is that's a pain point for the customer or a pain point for the banks, because in a low growth environment, there's so much you can do about revenue. There's actually a lot that we have to do around our own costs. Our costs to deliver have to be reduced. So technology is going to play a role in both making it easier for customers to transact with us, but actually making it easier for us to solve our own internal operational challenges. So I think that's how it works.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Mark.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.